Did anyone else see the twinkling reflection from the lights going across my hair? So I have Lindt balls and I haven't had cupcakes in ages. So I guess it's time for a baking corner. So welcome back to another baking corner. Welcome back to my little messy kitchen. It's clean, just disorganized, just making that clear. Anyway, we're going to be making a pretty simple recipe. I say simple, I've never actually made a filling recipe before. Anyway, I love making cupcakes, so we're going to be making a Mocha Cupcake. So it's going to be a coffee cupcake, but with a chocolate Lindt ball in the middle. Now, I've made plenty of coffee cupcakes before, those have always come out fine. However, I have never made, like I said, a filling cupcake, so I do not know if they're gonna be nice and gooey in the middle, or if it's gonna be rock hard, or if it's just gonna sink to the bottom and spill everywhere, I don't know. But yes, let's make a mocha melt in the middle, hopefully, cupcake. And instead of using a bowl and wondering where all my equipment is, I'm going to be using my stand mixer, which was a present from my wonderful mother-in-law, so thank you, Suzanne. Also, normally my recipes are vegan friendly, however I couldn't find any Lindt style chocolates that were vegan friendly, so I'm really sorry, it's just going to be a standard run-of-the-mill dairy-ish recipe. I say dairy-ish because I am going to be using lactose-free milk, because obviously my husband is lactose intolerant, so do with that what you will. So first thing we're going to be chucking into the mixer is 110 grams of sugar. I'm using just plain white caster sugar, and 110 grams of butter. This will be dairy-free butter. So okay, so that's the sugar and butter. This is a very big bowl for This is a very big bowl for the amount of stuff I'm putting in there, so as this is going away, I'm also going to be turning the bowl just to make sure everything is all combined in there. So help actually turn the thing on, wouldn't it? There we go. How's your day going? Good? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. And you should get a nice creamy little goo like this. Now, just adding in extract. Next we'll be throwing in 2 eggs. Get out of the fridge! I've never actually been able to do the one-handed thing, so let's give it a go. No shell! No shell! Can we go 2 for 2? Ah, that's in my finger. Ah! A little bit of shell in the bowl and in my finger. Oh my god. So once you've successfully gotten the shell out of the bowl and your fingers, now it's time to mix. "110 grams of self-raising flour, which I didn't realise the bag had actually burst when I was walking home from work today. So there's now a little white trail leading down the road. Yay. Time for the flour. 110 grams. Fall off again and I will break you. There's flour on my floor. But we're all about guesstimation in this kitchen. It's how we have fun. Now, when it comes to coffee, it is all down to taste. It is completely up to you. Like I said, all guesstimation in this kitchen. We have fun. So I'm gonna just eyeball it. I think I'll put about 2 tablespoons in just to get a good feel for it. There's no coffee like Insta coffee. There's no coffee, I know. One more for good measure, or maybe just half, because that looks like a lot. I don't know, does that look like a lot of coffee to you? It's a lot of coffee. And now we're stuck with the coffee lumps. And before you ask, no, this has not happened before. Does it still taste good? Well, keep you awake at night, that's something. I'm gonna add some more milk, see if I can dissolve them, and we'll go from there. If the mixture's still a little bit on the thick side, just add a little splash of milk every now and again. You know, standard dairy-free stuff for me, but, you know, you do you. Or likewise, if you're doing the vegan option, just oil. Kinda better. Not by much, but some. I've also added more vanilla extract in there to balance out the taste, and I'm hoping the chocolate will take care of the rest of it. So, here we go. Okay. But does it taste good? That is a lot of coffee, but yeah, the vanilla really balances it out, and I think adding more milk really helps. I think I hate wasting food, so I like to make every single little bit of batter count. So, scraping stingily it is. So they're not the most evenly proportioned, and these are sinking at the sides, but you know what? They look cute, okay? I'll try and cover a few. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. You guys want to see a magic trick? Connect with the mixer. See, that was cooler in my head, and now I realise I've just made more of a mess for myself to clean up. You know, if anyone told me that the vast majority of filming was going to be spending time unwrapping the little buggers, then I probably would have believed you, okay? Why didn't you peel them before you started recording everything? That requires organisation. All done. Gonna add a layer on top, put them in the oven, we'll see how it goes. These are the messiest things I've made in a long time. Into the oven you go. So, have a quick tidy of the kitchen. I'll leave them in there for about 12 minutes, maybe lucky 13, we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, we will snack on... Let's try that again. In the meantime, first try, just snack on the leftover Lindts. A little bit annoyed about the coffee not dissolving. I don't know what I did wrong, because that's pretty much how I do it anyway. But, you know, baking is not an exact science, so just gotta hold on to that. Alexa, set timer for 12 minutes. I can't afford an Alexa. How creepy would it have been if someone had actually answered me then? So, it's been about 12 minutes. My kitchen smells of burnt coffee. Not the nicest smell. However, looking in the oven, they're not burnt. They seem to have gone pretty well. Now I see where some of the burning happened. Some of the chocolate was a little bit too close to the surface, which did cause a bit of burnt chocolate going on. However, this is looking better than I thought it was going to be. So what I might do now, just to make sure that the flavour is going to go okay, I'm going to quickly put together some buttercream. Chocolate buttercream. I have hot chocolate powder, I have butter, I have icing sugar. Let's do buttercream. I don't do any measurements for this, I'll be honest. I just make it as and when, because no batches are ever the same. So those are the 3 ingredients you need, I'm sorry, and then you just smoosh it on the top when these bad boys have cooled down. So I'll mix that together and I will give it a taste. Put me on nailed it, okay, because I can nail it. I can even nail this dodgy camera work right now. Okay, so we've done mixing. I have now got a chocolate buttercream all mixed up. Like I said, just hot chocolate powder, icing sugar, and butter mixed to whatever consistency and flavour you particularly prefer. I like it on the thicker side. Imagine if that had gone wrong. I like it on the thicker side, and now just using a knife to just add a thin layer, because there's already chocolate in here, so I don't want it to be too sugary, but I do feel like it needs something to... This is going to be the messiest damn thing ever. I do feel like it needs a little something on top, just to take away from the potentially burnt coffee taste. I mean, I should probably taste test these first before putting icing on them, but I like icing.
It's weird, when I was younger, I was that child who, whenever they were given cake, would never eat the actual cake. I would either scrape off every little bit of icing, or if it was marzipan, I would peel that off and just eat that and leave the cake. I'd pull the cake apart just to get to the frosting and the jam and whatever in the middle, and yeah, those cakes would just be left on the plate. Now, I'm the opposite. I love frosting, and the more frosting you put on my cake, the better. That little bit of childishness has not gone away. But now, the cake is the best thing for me. I don't know what changed, but that's just how it goes.
Honestly, I'm proud of myself. I mean, I haven't tried them yet, so I can't really say if it's that this pride is warranted in any way. But I am actually pretty happy so far with how they've turned out. And plus, I ended up making 2 bowls worth, because there was a lot more mixture left over than I thought. I just hope the chocolate isn't burnt in the middle. I think that would just be devastating to waste some perfectly good Lindt chocolate. If you have any suggestions for any baking corners, by the way, let me know, because especially around the Christmas time, I love baking. I mean, I make so much gingerbread this time of year. I know I made some for a baking corner in Preptober, but that was just because I wanted to bring some type of fun snack to the mix. And there you have it. So let's give one a go, shall we? I'm going to give this little devil horned one a go. I'm just smelling buttercream. So at least the... Oh, and it didn't melt through. That's a good sign. Why do I feel nervous? I know this is going to taste at least decent. Okay. Didn't get any Lindt in that one. Ah, there you are. Yes. The coffee is completely dampened down. It's still there. But the chocolate is definitely gooey in the middle. And the cake isn't even that warm anymore, so that's a good sign for the rest of them. The buttercream definitely adds something. In hindsight, it wasn't all that necessary. So I do regret putting the icing on all of them. But it does add a little something extra. If I do this again, which I think I'm definitely going to do this again, I'm leaving out the coffee. I'm either going to just do a plain vanilla cake or a chocolate cake. Because it tastes good. The coffee and the chocolate to make a mocha, it does work. But I know the little bits that still haven't dissolved are just adding a bit of bitterness to it. But yeah, overall, I'm calling that a success. They look hideous. The coffee forms little bitter lumps in it, and the Lindt is kind of buried in there. It's a little bit hard to get, but once you get it, It's gooey, so that's a good start. Yeah, not my best baking creation, but by no means my worst. I am happy with this. Do I take one now? No. Be good. But you know, if icing's gonna keep putting itself on my fingers, what's a girl to do? So yeah, thank you guys for joining me in this baking corner to make melt in the middle Lindt Mocha Cupcakes. I will put the recipe in the description below. Hopefully I make some sense of the guesstimation I did with the frosting. I'll try my best. But yeah, this turned out really well. I'm actually kind of surprised, but pleasantly so. I'm still feeling the coffee and the sugar rush. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, then by all means let me know. I love baking, I love trying new things, so just hit me with your best shot. Thank you for joining me in this baking corner. I hope you guys have a great week, a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!